Bitcoin is currently having a small breather after the initial push here into higher levels, and I will tell you today exactly where you will find your last chance to take advantage of the Bitcoin before we are seeing a major short squeeze to the upside. If you want to know what this is, then let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here on this Monday. We jump directly into the charts. I have not much time here. I have to be quick today. So here on the DXY, exactly what I predicted is playing out here. The DXY is getting rejected here, the dollar index, to the downside. So we should get continuation here over the following days, especially if we close today's candle at current levels and break by tomorrow below here 97.63 points. So for today, this is a really good sign. We don't have any wicks to the downside. This is a straight candle, and yeah, we just want to see this continuing to go lower, because that means that our risk on assets and also crypto overall, including Bitcoin and Ethereum, will continue to perform here. Now on the weekly chart, like I mentioned the other day, this looked to me like a tweezer bottom here. These two candles, this seemed to come now true because we see a push to the upside. The stochastic is about to print a buy signal only already if we keep current price levels. We don't even have to move higher. Only if we hold current price levels, we get already a buy signal, which will lead to that Bitcoin will get another push here past $110,000 in the following week, most likely, while the RSI is also still flying here and absolutely not overbought yet. So we are at least 10 points below being overbought here, also on the RSI on the weekly chart. Now on the 1 hourly chart, on the lower time frames, let's start with that. We are seeing currently a pullback from that resistance area here at $107,250 approximately. Why? Because here is the longest area closest to the price on the BPVR, and just above is another area that's even longer. That's why we are facing some resistance and coming down here a little bit to take a breather, but we will not go that low in my opinion. So worst case, we go back to $106,000, then continue to push here higher. I'm not seeing us coming here back. Point of control on the VPVR at $105,500 here on this specific time frame. Now on the on this 1 hourly chart, also here, exactly what I pointed out yesterday did happen here. I said as long as we were maintaining higher lows, you're gonna get a push here into that level of $106,150 approximately. So we pushed above that. I expect that the next layer hold will be close to that former resistance line and turn into support, or slightly below a wick, and then come back up here close above and continue to go higher. And there you know potentially already where you will find the next entry level. So here on the 4 hourly chart, also here I told you guys that what we have to see here from the bulls is a reclaim of the mid-range level and potentially some consolidation before we get a push higher. Now they pushed straight through that, now testing the upper end of that mid-range at $106,800 as support. If we can hold this here over the next 12 to 24 hours, then also here I expect definitely a move in the top of the range to around $110,240. On the MDX Algo scalp gradients, also here we see that the price action has now slowly heated up again. We are here in dark pinkish candles, which are most of the time followed by an expansion phase. You can have your outliers where we turn around and come back down again, but for now, it doesn't look like that this is going to happen, because the last time when it happened, look at this here, this looked a little bit different on the reactor indicator than what it looks now. So because we rounded here to the downside, this is not rounding to the downside, this is pointing more to the upside right now. And the other point that I want to make here is that we are above the weekly open currently from last week and also this week that we just put in today, basically. So we are above that, and we are above that resistance area of $106,700, which is currently holding as support, which is really important. Again, in this overall huge pennant that we are forming here, we don't have to get a breakout by tomorrow. It is absolutely fine if we keep consolidating here in the higher ranges of that, all the way up to like $109,000, $109,500, and then get here by the coming weekend or the week afterwards, actually, that breakout past $110,000 potentially into a new all-time high. So here on the daily chart, our trade is now activated. I hope that a lot of you guys were able to catch that trade. If not, right now is a good moment to get into this trade. All the way up, I would say, to $107,500. Higher than that, I would not enter this specific trade setup here to $112,000. Caught it, congratulations, amazing that you were able to catch that. If not, like I said, you're technically not too late, but you have to assume the same stop loss, so which, makes you take a higher risk, of course, so because you are looking at the current price at 4.8% profit, but you are also looking at 2.86% of a stop loss, so you have to make up your mind if that's worth it to you. And then also, if you use leverage and don't trade on spot, you have also to factor that in, because that increases, of course, the risk dramatically. So here on the 1 hourly chart, healthy sign that we got here a wick to the downside, basically into prior resistance here at $106,500. Now try to push here higher again. While we broke out of that ascending triangle, the target is here $108,850, approximately a 2.58% move. Again, that was a scalp trade, so if you're in it, also amazing. Would I enter this right now? Not really, unless it's like a 1.8% move left, to the upside. Unless you want to trade this with 20, 30, 40x leverage, I would not risk entering this here right now. There's a higher time frame trade that I can give you in a moment, from a way better risk to reward perspective. So, but currently this trade is active, and I hope that you were able to catch that one here when we broke out earlier today here. So if you want to trade these trades with us together, I gave you multiple trades here on Bitcoin. As you can see, they're all profitable right now. Then sign up on Blofin. You can get up to $5,000 in sign up and deposit bonuses. Plus, if you deposit at least $500 into your Blofin account, while you have signed up with the link in the pin comment below and the description, you will get access only for today. So if you don't send me today a message, forget about it. Like your Monday, no matter where you are in the world. So I will take this into consideration if you're in the US. But only until today, midnight, I will people allow to come into the group if you meet all the criteria, which are outlined again in the description and the pin comment below. Please, guys, please read. I'm not asking for much. Just read. The steps are so clear described, and I still see people either trying maliciously to think that we are stupid and don't see that you did not follow the steps, or they don't look at it, and just click on the link and try to join, so please follow the steps, guys. It's really simple, and I show you here also now that we're actually making money in that group, so remember, I will handhold you from $500 to $10,000 in that group. That's why you have to deposit the $500. It's not for me, it's for you, So, and we are up here already within 2 days, $675 from originally $500, So that means we are almost up 50% in 2 days on this account. I did not anticipate that we will move that fast, but if we keep going, as I'm saying here to the group, at my lunchtime, we will be by the end of the week at $1,000 if we keep going like that, so because potentially Thursday, Friday, we're gonna hit $1,000 already and double the money, so, and from there it will be quicker and quicker, so that's why I'm telling you, if you want to be in that group, sign up on Blofin with the link in the pin comment below, only the link in the pin comment below, deposit $500, send me or my team a message on Telegram or on Twitter, send me your Blofin number, we're gonna verify everything, then we're gonna send you the link to join the group. If you join before with the link here in the pin comment below the group, we will not let you in. We will not let you in until you follow the exact steps. So just do that and you can make money with us together. And something else I want to mention, these trades, they are not publicly here on the channel. That are separate trades that I'm giving only specific for that challenge, guys. Now on the daily chart, see now why Bitcoin did not move higher today. I'm gonna put here actually a line in. So here is a resistance level at around $107,000. Can I move that a little bit lower? Once we are breaking above $107,000, which looks like that we're going to do that here, either today or tomorrow, because of the stochastic losing momentum on the sell side, stochastic printing a buy signal, MACD losing momentum on the sell side, and the RSI starts to turn around here to the upside. So based on that, I see here a breakout coming by either today or tomorrow with a candle close above that, and then you get massive expansion to the upside into a new all-time high, in my opinion. So in that all-time high, I also want to give it to you because I think we are forming here a W pattern, and this is something that I have seen something similar like this, at least that I can remember, happened the last time in the last bull run in 2021, where I saw basically at a prior all-time high forming a W pattern to get into new all-time high. So and here the target would be roughly $119,475 of that massive W pattern. So here, there you can actually, another one from here, when we break above $107,000 and get at least a 4-hourly candle above that, and then trade this here to $119,475. So that is an 11.8% move approximately with a 1.6% stop loss. So absolutely fine. And I use today's bottom of the current daily candle as the stop loss. So okay, it's 1.77%, doesn't make a huge difference when it comes to risk to reward ratio. So this is your next trade. So but you need to get a 4-hourly close above $107,000 to enter this trade. On the liquidation level, so here shorts got liquidated between the two moving averages earlier. We are fighting with the 50 moving average to stay above it. We are currently above it, but because we basically moved so quickly through it, I expect some sort of consolidation here on the 4-hourly chart. That's why I'm saying maybe 12 to 24 hours before we get a proper next move to the upside. But once we're getting that move, we are going to liquidate everybody here on the over-leveraged short liquidity side, all the way up to $109,000. And once we're breaking above $107,500, we're going to trigger a new short squeeze in direction of $111,000, potentially into a new all-time high. I don't see for whatsoever Bitcoin turning around and coming for this liquidity here unless a nuclear bomb drops now in Iran that Israel has sent over there, or the other way around, you know. So unless this is happening and we have World War III really happening in real time, I'm not seeing this. You know, I'm not seeing this for any reason whatsoever happening that we come down here, unless it is news driven. Now here on the liquidation heat map, you're going to see exactly the same thing that I just mentioned. So here you see once we get here to like $107,500, from there we're going to trigger a short squeeze because here is some liquidity concentrated, and the high leverage liquidity and the most dense concentrated liquidity is here at around $111,300, $400 currently, and from there I expect a short-term rejection back to the downside, while we would have then created a new all-time high. So once we are there, I expect that we come back down to like 100, not even 109, I would say even 108, almost $108,700 approximately, then turn around and go higher from there. On the total free market cap, also here we get expansion. I told you guys yesterday exactly that this is going to happen. Go back and watch the video if you don't believe it, that I actually was predicting this. If we stay above $835 billion, that we're going to get here continuation to the upside. So here I'm also not really worried about what's going to happen. So over the next couple of days, I expect here a move close to 900 billion, maybe even a test of $926 billion here once again to the upside. The Bitcoin dominance is seeing here a rejection. We are forming here a dragonfly pattern, that's what it's called. It will completely have played out if we get more candles here to the downside like this. So 3 more candles to the downside, then it would be confirmed. And that will of course lead to expansion in altcoins. So now while we talk about altcoins, let's look at my trades here on Bybit. So as you can see here, all my trades are massively in profit now. Yesterday, go back and look how they were looking yesterday. So today much better. I'm up here now $35,000, 35% in a matter of 3 days on this account. So Bitcoin is up here almost $20,000. My position 5,000 on Hyperliquid, Ethereum 2,400, 4,600 on Solana, Sui 2,500, Injective almost 1,900. So I'm printing here, guys. I'm printing here, and these trades, most of them were given here for free on the channel. You know, you have not much to do. just watch and do what I do, you know. So at the same time, if you want to support the channel, sign up on Bybit. You still get up to $30,000 in sign up on deposit bonuses, plus a debit card if you are eligible for it. And I have to apologize, on the 1st of July, Bybit will be open for the EU again, but under Bybit.eu. So I have to talk to my manager to see how that works if you want to sign up there. But I'm going to figure this out tomorrow. When I message him later, find out tomorrow what's happening there. So hold off there a little bit. But everybody else, go and sign up on Bybit. You help me out with that. It's a win-win on both sides. So yeah, sign up with the link in the pin comment below and in the description below. Now, when we are talking about altcoins, especially Ethereum, so Ethereum saw a nice pump here today to the upside into the golden ratio. I'm not surprised that we are seeing here a small rejection, but by tomorrow we should get continuation, at least here into the 0.786 level to $2,688. Especially if we manage to close at the current level that we are at, because we are technically in the golden ratio, just slightly above the 0.618. So like I said, if we can manage here to hold this for another 12 hours, then by tomorrow we should get a move above the golden ratio, most likely with expansion into the next Fibonacci extension level here, which doesn't mean that we're going to get yet a breakout out of that ascending triangle, because the moment for the perfect breakout again would be somewhat here in beginning of July to end of July, but yeah, most likely it's going to happen earlier, and then this pattern would be invalidated. So one of the reasons is here this bullish pennant that we are forming on the daily. We were retesting here the downward sloping trend line as resistance, got currently rejected from it slightly. So but here this trade setup is still valid, guys. So if you missed the Ethereum trade, you are not too late. We are up here 2% roughly, 2.3% from the entry level, but this is, when you look at this, so this is already a 30% move, and into the technical target this is a 40% move. So you have not lost a lot here if you enter this right now. So, and I can tell you here exactly what I said yesterday. Yesterday I said here on the MACD, I think that this looks like a fake out. Now it looks like that we get confirmation here by printing lighter red candles, which again tells us that the momentum is shifting to the bullish side, especially with the RSI turning around like this to the upside and going here back into bullish territory above 52%, while the stochastic is printing a buy signal here with today's daily close, if we can at least hold $2,570 approximately. Then Solana also holding currently here within that prior support range, which turned into resistance. So currently it is holding as support, but look at the stochastic RSI here on the 4-hourly chart, heavily overextended, the RSI going down, but the MACD is still flying. That's why we are kind of holding on to this level and get some mixed signals. So, but even if we would pull back, most likely only to $152, and that would be for you another entry if you missed the original entry all the way down here, to trade this to $180. So let me actually, so that would be the setup, 18% move to the upside if we come back down here, with a 3.15% stop loss. Absolutely fine, guys, to take the trade, you know. So, but let the trade come to you, unless we start to break higher and we break above $158, then you can also enter. But you see here, then we're talking about 14.5%, and you have to move up the stop loss to $154 approximately, $154. So that would be the other scenario, how you can play that. So if that was too quick for you, then just rewind and watch this again so that you can write this down. Sometimes writing down is helping with stuff like that. Then AAVE, that trade played really quickly out, quicker than I expected here on the 30 minutes chart with that W pattern. Was it actually on the, yeah, no, here on the 30 minutes chart. So as you can see, yesterday we got here a rejection, then we went even lower, then came back up, then broke the neckline, and then started running. So and I entered personally where just before we broke the neckline, so just before at $277.80 or something like this is when I entered, because we were slightly above that line here before, and then we broke below it again, and then I knew, okay, now it's going. So and then we shot even all the way up here to $292. So everybody that took the trade, amazing, guys, you made all money on this. So now I'm gonna look for the next setup in a little bit. I just wanted to give credit to you guys if you were able to catch the trade. So here the next one is Hype. Hype is also really close to hit our target. Then we're gonna reassess the situation from where we're going to re-enter on which pullback. So here, do nothing, just wait for the target to be hit. And then here, COTI also started flying, running now into resistance. So here we are talking about now a 3% move or something like that, 2.86%. Honestly, take a little bit profit here, guys. Take a little bit of profit because here is this big resistance block. And raise your stop loss. Raise your stop loss like to 5.34 cents, just in case, guys. Just in case, So just in case that this turns against you, that you paid yourself already, and raise your stop loss here. So and then you let it ride. So if we get to a technical target of the W pattern, amazing. If not, we're gonna find a new entry. The next one is Sui. Sui also started running here today. We are not there yet. Here also potentially small pullback. All the way back down to like $3.07. I would assume that we get here another move to the downside at some point. If we break $3.14, then we will keep going, most likely all the way up to $3.26. So that would be also another trade setup that you can take here, which is a scalp trade. Not gonna lie, it's a 4% move. So we're gonna take like a 1.5% of a stop loss. Yeah, that's what I would be looking for. So, and into this downward sloping resistance line. So here is a lot of confluence that we should get a rejection from that level here when we get up there, unless there is some catalyst that will just smash through these levels and go straight into the golden ratio or even past that. But for the time being, I see here strong resistance around the downward sloping trend line and the Fibonacci extension level here. So that's why if we break here above $3.14, that's your entry. If we come back down to $3.07, that's also your entry, and then you maximize, of course, your profit. Just set here a limit order, and for $3.14, you have kind of market buy this, so you have to, if you're lucky enough, you are awake when it's going to happen. Then optimism getting closer to our entry. Look here on the 12-hourly chart. This is going to pop tomorrow or after tomorrow, in my opinion. That's when it's going, no, actually, with the next 12-hourly candle that is coming in 7 minutes here, in 7 minutes, that's when I'm going to see it. In the next 12-hourly candle, or worst case in the 12-hourly candle afterwards tomorrow, that's when I see hitting the entry level and starting to move here to the upside. So now from the current price level, we're not far away from this. We're like 1.6% away from the entry level. But just wait for the entry level. There is a reason why we are entering from there, because that is also a huge resistance. Once we get above that, we are clear to go all the way up to 71 cents at least. So and I expect a spike through this, and that's when we trigger our profit target and get out, because it will most likely spike through, comes back a little bit in, and then continues to go higher. So when we come back in, that's when you want to re-enter this. So, but on the initial spike, you want to get out. That's but here massive upside coming, in my opinion, for optimism in the next couple of days. So just be a little bit more patient here. The same with Link. Once we break above $13.85, you want to get expansion. Also first in the downward sloping resistance line here to $14.60, and once we get above that, we go to $15.25. That is a new trade setup, guys. Here 10% move to the upside with a 2% stop loss roughly. Here on the 4-hourly chart, we could potentially get first a small pullback. If you pull back all the way down to $13.43, that is your alternative entry. So there again, you can set limit orders with a stop loss here at $13.17. And then here, look at this, you maximize your profit again by 3.5%. And guys, that's it already for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure that you smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you with more money tomorrow.